Hey guys, we are back. Right now, we are still waiting on map vetoes to happen, but we figured we wouldn't leave you hanging. Anyone who is sticking around didn't want to just stare at a score screen. Did want to talk about some stuff going forward, season two, talk about season one, some highlights, some pitfalls, things we learned, things we want to do differently. But I'm going to hand it over to Sync just for right now. Sync, kind of give me your impressions on season one. How do you think things went?
Well, I mean, the main thing really is this is honestly so much bigger than any of us ever expected it to be already. I mean, the instant growth that we had, it was like we were caught completely unprepared. And we honestly
Yeah.
learned a hell of a lot of lessons real fast in terms of how we were going to be running things because honestly, we started this out, it was literally a group of people that were like, "Hey, we're gonna make a 30 plus league to be like the adults as like a Call of Duty recreational league type of thing." That was the idea at least. Um, and then the Reddit post blew up and suddenly we had 800, 900 members. And then all of a sudden we're like, "Oh crap, we gotta deal with this." So we went from 40 people to 400 players in like 2 weeks.
No, we went
Um,
from 40 people to 400 players in like 2 hours.
that too.
It was that big of a
The
growth.
sign up was actually ridiculous. I was
Oh,
I was honestly so thrown off by what happened. It was absolutely insane. Um, but yeah, honestly, like we're looking at it. I mean, we're posting viewership on Twitch. We have 5 entire divisions. We have an EU division going. Um, like it's just ridiculous the point that it's been that we've been growing, and then as we're looking forward going into Cold War for our next season, as we're looking again at another large player base, we are going to be capping at this time. So due to the no-shows and things and various other problems that we've run into, we have decided to put a limit on the number of players that we will have in the upcoming season.
that number will grow as like seasons progress, but essentially we want to reward the players who actually show up and support the team, support the league. And we feel like, initially we wanted to just open it up to anyone who wanted to play. However, we felt that when we did that, I guess there was really no skin in the game for the people that were playing, and so it was really easy for them to just not show up. And so, you know, it would kind of ruin the night for the players who did show up and who are excited and looking forward to this all week. And so, I agree as well. As far as our decision to cap the player base, I really do think it's going to make game night smoother. It's going to make it more fun, less chalked matches overall. That's really my main goal, and I know our main goal for season two is less chalked match, more playing time, less organization. Well, more organization, but less time spent organizing, more time spent playing. Alex or Mello, you're in here right now, correct?
I am in here. I'm currently working on the next lobby. We're getting everybody together.
Yep. So the next match is going to be starting soon. We're just getting things up and running. But honestly, it's like I'll be honest, this was also like a ton of work too. Like a lot of you people, like players that are in the lobby or like in the chat right now, is like the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes to get this up and running from our mod team is absolutely ridiculous. Like across the board, we spend in so like just hours and hours a week as just getting things up and running. But we do look like it does look like the first map is set in. We are going to Azir Cave Hardpoint, which honestly I haven't seen in quite some time. But this is our first pick map of the day,
What are
or
our
to
two
be
our
so
two team
frank.
matchups in our divisions? We've got is it Division Four?
Nope.
I'm sorry, Division
No,
A,
this is
Flat
Division
Tires,
A.
Minnesota Floppers.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we got a
So we
Division A
have
match.
Dallas and Minnesota going at it. I see Proxim in the chat cheering on his teammates as we are up and running. So we are going to be counting down into this match, and we are going to see the spawn kicking off as we do have Dallas and Minnesota going in for this first hard point. With Dallas starting on the preferred side, I believe that's a preferred side
It
on
is.
Azir
Yes.
Cave, as you
Yeah,
do
you're
get
gonna
that second
wanna.
spawn.
So you're gonna wanna hold that easternmost spot, that spawn there, because it gives you a direct shot into that. I believe it's the P2 spawn in the cave. It just puts you in a really good position to get solid map control for this entire map. I'm curious to see if Minnesota is going to realize that and try to do the spawn flip, or if they're just gonna play the aggressive, as we saw with the New York, who kind of looked at spawns and said, "We don't need no stinking spawns," and they just pushed in.
Yep, well, you can see we're just picking up double kills everywhere in the kill feed right now for Dallas, as you have Dub, Sam, and Jay all picking up 2 pieces. But right now, there's really just no one in P1, as you're going to see, well, as the kill feed just goes completely purple right there, as all 4 players go down for Dallas.
I do see some
Minnesota's
early
finally going to start
rotations
picking up
from
some time.
Minnesota happening at the moment, and I think they're going to go for that spawn flip. It's going to put them in really good position for P2 right outside the cave there.
Yep, we do see Minnesota is actually set up there for that P2 spawn, as they are kind of all working in the back, and Dallas is working their way through the cave. But it will actually be Dallas starting off on this hard point, as they have Minnesota boxed in. As the kill feed will light up, Moja picks up 2, Blip and Sam all chiming in as Blip takes out his teammate too. But they did succeed in flipping the spawns over now, so Dallas will have the preferred spawn.
Anyone just tuning in, if you are watching, I guess if your first inclination is to talk about skill and as far as the league, this is a casual league. We're all here to have fun, support our team members. But if you are interested in joining, it's kind of like a non-toxic, mature league. Anyone can join if they want to. Sign ups, join the Discord. It's in our links below. Talk around, ask around the community. The community is great. We teach both, all skill levels, brand new, experience, good gun, bad gun, doesn't matter. Come in. Have a good time. Respect the players.
Yeah, but we are going to see. Well, the hill is currently empty right now, but they're about a 30-point lead. I believe that is for Minnesota right now, as the rotations are beginning to come in towards the soccer field. Minnesota's already set up on the hill, as it will pop. And oh, excuse me, actually, Minnesota's the one down, 50 to 30 to 25 right now. We are going to see Dallas is kind of moving their way up as a unit. They are waiting to kind of gather up as, well, the kills are beginning to go back and forth, but Minnesota's still holding strong on the hill. And right as I say that, actually, they all go down and Dallas takes it over.
I do think the advantage right now still is going to Minnesota. They're getting themselves set up for that P4 spawn. They want to maintain that because it's going to put them in good position right outside the westernmost cave entrance, kind of getting them a straight shot in. I'm curious to see if Dallas is going to be able to flip that spawn.
Yep, we do have Nime. Does get ripped off the Godheady there, as Dallas is going to come in. They are going to secure these points right now. And they are going to take about the last 10 seconds of this or so, as actually one player from Minnesota is going to come in a challenge. But the rotation is come in already for Minnesota, and they're already set up for P4.
All right, yeah. Minnesota is absolutely capitalizing on that early rotation. I think they're going to take and hold it. Dallas is in a pretty decent position. I think you're going to see a solid push coming in. And the question here right now is Minnesota going to be able to dig in and defend? It looks like you've got outages kind of working that choke point. Him and Dash maintain a pretty decent map control, lane control, but Dallas is able to best them with numbers, playing the numbers game. They are able to take that spawn or take the hard point away from Minnesota. Very important for Minnesota to take this back and maintain that, or at least try to close the gap on the lead right now.
Yep, we are going to see trades going back and forth, as Dallas has been holding inside the hill, as they are reaching out to about a 60-point lead right now, as they're going to pick the last of the scrap time. And you see Minnesota kind of rotating away for P5, right? Yes, 5. As it is going to pop 70-point lead actually now in favor of Dallas, as they do pick up the last that time. And Minnesota, I thought, rotated over for P5, and it looks like they only made it halfway across the map before they just kind of like changed their mind. So Dallas is fully set up actually for P5 now.
Yeah, Dallas is actually, they're in a really good position right now. They're dug in. They've got a fantastic spawn. They're going to just be able to spawn right outside it and just pour in. But I mean, look at Minnesota right now, how they've got them boxed in the map. I think they're going to just kind of slowly, methodically work them away. Good shooting by Moja.
Yeah, Moja brings out 2 at the back, but somehow Minnesota is now behind all of Dallas. I don't really know what happened here, but they're now spotting out in the back point, and Dallas is on the eastern side of the hill. So like, there's just this massive cluster of players kind of sitting there outside the hill. But Bassone's going to pick up 2. He's going to pick up a 3rd actually on a Sam as well. And Minnesota is going to get the last few seconds of this hill time. As Jason's kind of peeking his head over here, he is not going to win that gunfight. So those last few seconds will go to Minnesota. And we are going to go back now into our second rotation of hills, with Dallas leading by 100 points.
Yeah, Dallas is kind of cutting them up right now. Just solid rotation, and even if they don't get the rotation, they're able to dig them out. Minnesota, they're playing really well as a team. However, Dallas is meeting their organization, meeting their coordination, and I think Dallas just has a little bit of an edge on that gun right now. They're able to meet them as a team, but they're able to outgun them just slightly, and that's right now, as you can see, it's really playing to their advantage and shown in that score. Not saying that the game is over by any stretch of the imagination. As we saw in the last game, it doesn't matter how far behind you are, you can come back and win no matter what. But right now, Dallas playing very well as a team.
Yep. Well, you can see there Minnesota's pushing in towards the P1 hill, and they do actually pick up 3 quick kills there, but Dallas does have this P2 spawn secured right now. As you can see, Minnesota's kind of wrapping around the backside, going towards that easternmost part. But yes, everyone's abandoned the first hill, and it is going to be on for the second hill inside the cave, as it's just kind of absolute chaos right now. As Basone picks up 2, picks up 3, and that will secure the hill for his
Wow.
team actually for now, as actually Blip comes in from the back.
Very strategic push for Blip right now. He wasn't able to secure it, but that push, maybe successfully tried to flip that spawn, take it away from the Minnesota team. Minnesota able to hang on to it. It's going to be crucial for them right now. It's going to put them in a good position for that P2, and if they can hold that for pretty much the entire time, it's going to, get pretty close to tying this back up for them.
Yep, we're going to see Jake is going to be pushing up. He's kind of holding this back spawn right now as well. I mean, he's holding the back spawn, but really they need to get back into the hill because all of Dallas is flooding forward and absolutely just shredding them apart. And right as I say that, actually, Jake picks up 2 and does re-secure the hill for his team, but that is going to be Minnesota kind of trapped on the eastern portion of the map.
You do see part of the advantage right now for Minnesota is you can see Dallas is kind of given up. They gave up relatively early on that hill, and they pushed straight on to P3. Right? Is that the soccer field? If I got that, yes, the soccer
Yep.
field. I mean, they're in a really good position right now, and it's going to be difficult for Minnesota to break into it because they've got good spawns, good position, solid defense, and I think Dallas is going to capitalize on this one. And I think we're going to see a lot of yellow for this hard point.
Yep, well, good mention here, though, is the fact that Minnesota has fought their way back from being 100 points down. As
Absolutely.
They got a ton of time on that second hill, as well as the first one. They've caught up now, essentially. So you do see as Jake just picked up a great kill there on the hill to secure it. As the shots are all going down, as Dallas has been pushed out of this hill now, and Minnesota's going to pick up this last scrap. Wow. What a shot that was. But yeah, Minnesota is going to pick up the last of scrap time. Actually, no, they're not. Dallas will pick it up as someone comes in and cleans up the players. And the rotation's on for P4 now.
And actually, you see the rotation right now. Minnesota's in really good position for P4. They rotated early on. This is going to be crucial for them to close the gap on that score, get this a little more even for Minnesota right now. I think they're in good position. I see Dallas having a little bit of a difficult time breaking in here.
Yep, but we do see Dallas is picking up a pair of kills as it's literally just chaos as all of Minnesota's kind of flooding in from the backside as Jake picks up another 2 players. That was pretty big. He picks up a third, picks up a fourth. As Jake's lighting up the kill feed right now as he does finally drop down, and it's Mojo's turn actually to fire the shots back the other way. As no one's picked up this hill time, it's just completely empty and contested up until right now where Dallas will hop in the hill.
And just like that, I mean, you had solid, lots of purple in that P4, and Dallas kind of just kicked in the door and evicted them. That was entertaining to watch. Well played by Dallas. You do see some rotation already happening for the P5 spawn. I think it's relatively even. The advantage is Dallas here. They have a really good spawn for it, but Minnesota rotated pretty early, and the question is can they dig them out here? Can they, I guess, flip the spawn potentially for Dallas, get ready for the P1 spawn, get themselves in good position for P2?
Yep, well, P5 is popping, and it's just an absolute flood of players into the hill here, as we can see, just purple and yellow going back and forth. Minnesota is spawning out with Dallas spawning on the eastern side of the map, but they only need 15 more points to win this game, as they are going to hop inside.
They can win it on this one.
Hold. They can win, actually, as we're ticking down the last 8 seconds. Minnesota's nowhere near the hill as Moja and Jay just light up the kill feed.
I think they're gonna win it on this one. And look at that lane control. Absolute fantastic play by Dallas. They knew what they had. They knew they were in a good position. And watch if we could get some final on that map to show both lane protection, that lane control leading to that last hard point. Fantastic, just amazing play by Dallas's part.
Yep, we see Basone just lighting it up here as he picks up 3. But at the very end, it was just Jay and Moja were just securing down all the necessary lanes, and Minnesota just couldn't get anywhere close, and that really just secured the victory for them. So that is 250 to 192. Dallas will pick up the first map. And well, actually, I don't think Dallas has lost a map yet. I will have to go check stats, but I believe Dallas is actually completely undefeated, and they will continue to be so.
Oh man, now we got an underdog. See if we can dethrone the king.
But yeah, we will be right back with map 2, Search and Destroy. Stay tuned.
We are back. Apparently, we didn't play it enough tonight. We got another vote for Gunrunner S&D. Sink, give me some strats, man.
Well, S&D it on Gunrunner is usually be bomb site focused, especially just because it's facing the offensive side of the map and it's just so much easier to access. But you do see the occasional mass push to A, which does throw off the defense a lot because defensive teams do prefer to stack over towards B for obvious reasons.
Oh yeah,
But
you
I'm
got
curious to
lots of
see what
cover
we'll
on
see off the
those
rip here.
containers. One thing I do like about S&D is it really shows the people who have a good gun. You know, you may not have solid strategy as far as like the competitive game modes, domination, hardpoint, things like that. But S&D, you know, it's that traditional slow, who's got the better, quicker aim, things like that, and it usually shines. Right now, it looks like we do have an advantage, 5-2 against Minnesota. I think it's kind of hard to tell, but I do think we do have a B bomb site push. But you do see Minnesota's kind of starting to stack up around it.
Yep, well, we do see Minnesota drops 3 players actually, and another 3 will go down for Minnesota. So we are in a 2v2 situation now. As Sam and Blip are, well, they basically have to team ace it out actually. Well, as Blip is going to drop, Sam is going to drop. Or excuse me, no, Blip is still alive actually. So it's a 1v2 right now. Nyman Outages versus Blip. As Blip's going to run right down the middle here. I believe he's been heard by Outages, just on the outside of the door, but he does have to get back to the bomb as well. Bomb is on the floor. Doesn't look like Minnesota know exactly where he is at the moment, but he did shoot there, and he is going to spot. Oh my goodness!
That was a good
That
shot by
should
his
not
part.
be a winnable. That should not be winnable gunfight for Blip, honestly.
Hey,
And he's going to peek out. It is going to be the last few seconds. He is forced to plant the bomb now, and I believe Outages is going to know that. Actually, Outages is not going to move on him. Outages is going to stay back. He does approximately know now where Blip is. Those shots are going to ring out in the 1v1. Blip has to stay alive here, and he knows it. He knows
yep.
now that Outages has to come to him.
Yeah, that's
As he's
actually a
going to go
smart
all
move
the way
on
around,
Blip's
yeah.
part. He started taking fire and immediately moved. Unfortunately, it wasn't good enough for him. It looks like Minnesota is able to take this. Outages did hunt him down and take him out, but Blip knew he was going to have to come to him. So it looks like he charging up the
Yep,
what is it called?
he
I'm
is
so sorry.
waiting for his dead silence to basically just increase with time, and then he will throw down the bomb defuse.
Solid play on Minnesota's part.
That is going to be 1-0 now in favor of Minnesota as that end game came in. And this is now going to be Dallas on defense. We are going to see going forward. Let's see what happens here. As well, Blip is going to run right down the middle of the map, actually. He's going to come up. You do see Minnesota kind of circling around now for a B hit, as they do have one player out in the middle. As Outage is going to pick off Sam, and T-Dub's going to pick off Basone, so it's a 4v4 situation here. As Minnesota's not actually near the bomb. I no idea how Moja died there, actually. It looks like Jake snuck around all around the edge, but Jake is going to get the bomb down, punching those digits. As wow, there goes half of Dallas. Up there goes all of Dallas. And just like that, Minnesota pull out to a 2-0 lead.
That was a very aggressive push by Minnesota.
Yep, well, I'm curious how Outages snuck his way out back here, but he just got behind all of Dallas, really. And then all
It
of
was almost
Dallas dropped.
that looked like it was rehearsed though. I mean, as soon as he started, planting the bomb, you saw all of Dallas kind of focus and they start moving in and circling around the bomb site. And he took advantage of it, and they kind of, capitalized on that distraction and just started picking them off. Well played. Well played.
We are going to see the bomb now in the hands of T-Dub as Basel's going to throw shots in towards Blip just for the pre-fire, and he kind of walked right back into that. You do see Dallas is in a very big spread. Well, Blip wins that gunfight, actually. That's big pick over on the A-bomb site, because now it'll make Minnesota kind of rethink their defensive line, because I haven't seen enough of Dallas's players to really know where this hit's coming in. But Sam is going to pick up, I believe that was Dash up on top of the container, and that is more or less be kind of open. But the bomb is still in mid. As it gets caught crossing, actually, T-Dub goes down. The bomb's out of the open. Minnesota knows it's down. You can see on the mini map, number 4, Jay is kind of sneaking all the way around the back, so he might get in behind these Minnesota players.
It's actually in a really dangerous position right now. Outages, he knows where the bomb's at. He knows it was dropped, and look at him. Just for a while, he was camping that. He was watching it. He knows that Dallas has to go and retrieve that if they want to make something happen here.
Yep, well, Jay is going to drop, and that's going to leave Sam now in a 1v2 situation with the bomb on the floor. So this went from a big advantage, actually, for Dallas when they got those early picks to what's possibly just a round loss because Sam's stuck in a position where he has to find 2 kills and he has to get the bomb down.
Yeah, he's going to very quickly run out of time here. Is planting 7 seconds as well, right? Seven
I
and a
believe
half,
it's
just like
5. Oh, he's going to
5
pick
seconds.
up 1,
Okay.
but he's not going to find the second player in time as he's just scrambling everywhere trying to find him. But the other players run away, and he knows the round's over.
You know,
And that'll leave
honestly,
Floppr 3-0 lead.
yeah, that was a good play by Floppr. You know, they knew they had the advantage. They didn't want to reach out and engage. They they didn't want to throw that win away. So even though someone might say, you know, kind of, it's like I guess you'd call that a tactical retreat,
Yes.
strategic.
Yeah,
Well played by
strategic run.
Minnesota.
Yeah, we don't call it running away. It's called retreating strategically, tactical retreating. I also
it's a
have.
it's a
I
legitimate
also
strategy.
Yes. I mean, in this, it's very, very viable because it makes a lot of sense. You're not going to you're not going to give the guy who's utterly desperate to kill you a chance to actually kill you. If you run away, he can't kill you. Problem solved. As Mojo's going to pick up 1, he's going to put long shots into a second player. As Minnesota's all, but this is a very aggressive defensive push actually out of Dallas. Like Mojo's position is very forward.
It's definitely paying off for him though. Look at that lane
Yeah.
control, the
Oh,
map control.
that,
Moja's in a
Mojo picks
really
up
good
another
Overwatch
one.
position.
Mojo picks up a second player. It's now a 5v3 now in favor of Dallas. As I'd like to see them kind of pair up and just trade off all their kills, because if you get caught out in these 1v1 gunfights, you're kind of giving up that advantage that you have in terms of manpower. So being able to double face a lot of these challenges would be great. Sam's going to pick off 1 more, and that's going to leave Outages in a 1v4. 30 seconds to go, bomb on the ground. This is probably not winnable for the poor guy, as he's just kind of alone here in bathrooms. Yeah, it's just him all alone here. Honestly, I think in this position, if you know you're in an unwinnable 1v4, it's probably better to run out and die. Or like just try to get a gunfight because this is also allowing the field upgrades to charge out on all the other teams
Oh,
as he does exactly that and instead
fantastic
of wins
shot
the
though.
gunfight. As he pops out the other side and is now gonna go down. But I feel like with that many players up on Dallas, there's just so many that's so many field upgrades that are just kind of charging away.
Yeah, for sure. Still
As we
though,
get the
I mean,
soaring Sam through the air as he picks off that final kill. And Dallas is on the board. 3-1 now in favor of Minnesota.
I kind of want to see an A push in this match. I love watching it when the attackers they do the A push. They catch their defenders on the off foot. And actually, you know, as I say that, I think
Yeah,
that
right as you
might
say that,
actually
it's
be
coming
what's
in.
happened.
Yeah, because Jay's going to come and he's going to find a play right below the window here. He is going to get away with his life as the nade comes through, but the trade is going to go 1 for 1. And Dallas has to get going here. This is interesting. There's a fight all the way back in Warehouse, number 3 and 6 on the minimap. As Dash and Moja are fighting over the spawn Warehouse, which is interesting. I haven't really seen that before on S&D because of how location of the bomb sites. But anyways, that's as that's going. Dallas has kind of moved off of their A push here, but I mean, lo and behold, A is completely open and they have no idea.
Outages is in a good position. If he can take out Sam, that's going to put him directly behind the Dallas team and catch him unawares. That could be huge for Minnesota right now with the disadvantage. It's a 3-2 disadvantage right now to Minnesota.
Well, but they're still hunting Outages down here. Is actually Blip. I feel like Blip getting caught out there with the bomb would have been huge. But he is going to win that gunfight. It is going to be, oh, there goes 1, and Jake will not pick up a second one in time, and he will drop. That is
They
a
knew they
second
had
round
the
to
numbers
Dallas.
there.
Yeah, they definitely. I mean, in that case, you just want to group up and have the ability to trade out like this perfectly.
Yeah, that was well
It's
played.
like Outage, like he picks up 1, Jake gets away with 1 kill, but he's not going to get away with the second or get away with his life, and that's well played by Dallas.
So right now we go into the 6th match. We got a 3-2 advantage Minnesota currently. But both teams putting up some solid strategies here, kind of surprising me.
Yep, so here we go off the rip. Audi is going right down the middle, actually. As he just kind of
Dallas,
goes right up the throat here of Dallas. Dallas is set up in a nice defensive line, but Dallas is like, look at this. Audi has already snuck his way past. He's already in an area he really shouldn't be in. But he is going to get away with his life. No one's going to go down. There's a big flank on the minimap coming in from Dallas here. As I believe that's Moja's kind of sneaking around the back. And
Dallas in
him and
very good
Minnesota
defensive
players just kind
position
of,
right
oh,
now.
never mind. He has dropped. But Dallas is all grouped up as actually that's huge. Actually, Dash not getting away with that bomb is massive. And it is going to be a 2-on-2 now. Basone and Nime versus Sam and T-Dub. As Nime's kind of set it out back. He catches one. Doesn't see the second, but he will get away with his life as the bomb's going down on A right now. Or is it?
It might. It's hard to tell.
Nope.
Right
It
now
is
we do have
not actually
Basone.
right now. But Basone should be going over there to plant the bomb because they're all watching the cutoff, so they can see that. Well, I mean, T-Dubs now knows that that he has to be wrapping around, and he is going to be wrapping around towards that bomb as the bomb does go down on the A bomb site.
This is a tough situation to be in. You've got the bomb planted, and it's a 2-1 advantage. And both Minnesota knows that the Dallas T-Dub, he has to come to them. They're gonna get themselves in nice position.
Oh, some shaky shots there actually from T-Dub, as that would have been a huge pickoff if he did secure that kill. But the player will get away, and I think that's going to be the end of the round now, as they're going to face, and yes, he's going to drop Minnesota going up 4-2. But that was, yeah, I think if Basone drops there, I think that suddenly becomes very winnable for T-Dub, but it didn't happen. And that's a 4th round to Minnesota. As we're going to be on board with Nime here off the rip, as he's going to be looking towards that coal area. As Basone's also making his way down the middle here, up into you as well. One player drops MJ T-Dub. MJ picks up a second kill, actually. And it's now a 4v2 in favor of Dallas. That just kind of came out of nowhere. As
Yeah,
Blip picks up
Minnesota
another
really
one.
quickly got cut apart there.
As Basone's going, I've got players all in front of me as he spins him around. Oh! That would have been a huge turn if he got onto that, but he did not make it.
He won that gunfight by movement. He outmoved his opponent. Watch how quickly he dropped. That was huge. Honestly, every time I challenge someone and they drop to the ground prone like that, I lose every time. I don't know what it is about it, but I just cannot pull that move off. Hats off to whoever pulled that off. I apologize. I did not see who it was, but that was some good playing.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is going to be not a thing in the next season. In the next game, as Cold War is kind of implementing that as you drop down prone, you have to come out of ADS, which is
I think
an
it's a
interesting
good
mechanic,
balance.
actually. Which sucks for me because I used to drop shot a lot. So unfortunately, I got to learn to jump shot properly because I'm usually just lazy and I never do it. But we are going to see trades coming in right now. Dallas is now at a disadvantage, 3-on-4, as they even it up 3-3.
I probably get a lot of hate for saying this, but I love the movement in Cold War. It feels really smooth to me. I don't know what it is, but it feels good, man.
Oh,
That was a good shot by Basone. Is it Basone?
I've been calling him Basone, and if it's wrong, I apologize. Paddles, yeah, Stormzy. I have a default PS4 controller. I ain't got no paddles on that thing. I play claw like a maniac. As you can see, Blip coming in. He is in a 1v2 situation. He is going to get away with his life, but they know exactly where he is.
Some good shooting by Blip. That was massive.
No, sick. Cher was saying he enjoyed MW movement. But Blip is going to pick up the one, but he has 16 seconds left. He is going to be looking the wrong way, and he is going to go down 5-3 now, Minnesota over Dallas.
No,
point.
I was
Or did
saying
you
I
say
enjoy
Cold War,
Cold
or-
War. Yeah, I was saying I enjoy Cold War movement. I don't know why, and like I said, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but when I played, I it just feels right to me. I can't put my finger on what it is, and I don't think that my opinion is right or wrong. It's just a style, but I like it. I mean, I know I'm gonna start a flame war in the chat right now.
Yep. Well, they can deal with it afterwards as we Snoop has also agreed. Oh, you got some benefactors here. Blip's gonna pick up first blood on a Basone, and Dallas really needs this round. I mean, well, of course they do, because if they lose, the map's over. But well, as we say that, 2 kills go in favor of Minnesota, as Dallas is kind of stuck in the middle of the map, and Minnesota's got this wall defensive line set up, as they've got all the angles kind of on lockdown. Dallas has to find something new. I mean, if wrapping around A or something would be kind of nice.
I think T-Dub, he just I think he spotted outages there.
Well, T-Dub will pick up 1, and so will Blip. So that's actually just like that. It's swung now in favor of Dallas. I mean, right as I say that, actually 9 will pick off Blip, so it's now an even 2v2. 9 will drop. It's all down to Jake. As he does pick up 1, he's looking for the second player. The bomb go down. It's right in front of him, and Jake clutches up.
And just like that, Minnesota's still in it.
No, they've won. That's it. That
just kidding, guys.
You,
just kidding.
You got fooled by CODcaster.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Get C-coded by the caster.
That is Minnesota taking that map 6-3. As Jake pulled off a fantastic end clutch there, as he gets the 1v2 with the bomb down and then punches in the defuse. And that is Minnesota taking the map. Outage is leading the way with 11 kills for his team. Holy crap, that's 16 kills.
And that is anyone watching, in case you missed it, that is Dallas's first not just match loss, but like that's their first game loss of the season there. That's huge.
Well, I mean, they haven't lost the match yet, but yes, this is the first time Dallas has dropped a map this whole season. They went a perfect 12-0 in the regular season, and now for the first time they have dropped a map. Gods can bleed. And well, with that, we'll be right back with map 3 domination.
We'll be right back. We are back. Minnesota Floppr versus the Dallas Flat Tire. We are at Hackney Yard domination. Sync, give me some strats, man.
Well, the preferred side here is AB because of that upper window that you can kind of see in the top left corner there of T-Dub's vision as he charges right inside the hill. Well, inside the first hardpoint hill, as he does hop onto the flag. But this is a hill. This is a map where you want to hold AB. There's a lot of consistent flipping of spawns given the size of the map and how you can kind of sneak your way around. But this does tend to be a very kind of defensive-sided map for the A team. As you can already see, actually, Dallas's flip spawns as someone hops there onto the C flag as they maintain their A side. So, while Trip Cap is going to start coming in right now, is depending on how this gunfight goes down.
No,
Minnesota
looks like
wins
EKG
it out on C.
Or
Jake.
Jake? Is that all it is? It's just Jake?
Yep.
We're going to just call him Jake. Okay, I like that.
Jake is spelled backwards. That's what that name is.
Oh, well, C Jake. Okay. Still confusing.
Yeah, I just say Jake. It
Fair
works
enough.
for me.
But
we do have B actually in favor of Minnesota, and C is capping now in favor of Dallas.
Looks like M4J is off. Yeah, Jay was able to neutralize it. And actually smart on their part, not take it, although it does look like they might have accidentally flipped spawns on themselves.
Yep, they did actually. So someone has to Mojo goes back and hops back on the flag that they're like, oh,
Sam catching 2 people out in the open with a double kill.
Yep, and he is out of bullets. He goes for the reload and goes down to the player spawning right in front of him. But it is CB now in favor of Dallas. As Naima snuck in behind the Dallas players. He is going to pick up 1. He's looking for a second here. But Dallas is lighting it up on the other side of the map right now as they are pushing back towards that A flag.
I love seeing the CB and the AC caps. I don't know what it is about it, but I like seeing just random caps, not just the normal strategy.
Yep, what we do see is B is going to go in favor of Minnesota right here as Naim is working his way around top L, picking off the players, but Dallas is working their way in towards the A flag, and I believe they flipped the spawns as Sam wins a huge gunfight, actually 2 gunfights. He got both of them, as they are going to pick up the A flag, and they have C in their possession too, so they are going to work their way now towards B as Sam's playing defense and picks up 2 huge kills again. as he is on a 4 spree right now, but that was impressive, both aggressive offense and defense there holding up.
I'm surprised you don't see anyone on that wall right outside the forklift there. That's a very common spot to hold defense. I mean, you can hold down that mid container areas. You can hold down that tire shop spawn. Really solid spot to post up. And usually you'll see ARs with actually, as I say that, Sam post up on that wall. Really good spot to hold. You get a really good snapshot of the entire map, and you can put some solid defense for your team. Give them kind of some room to breathe and push that B flag.
But we see the gunfight is going down inside B. I believe the flag has been neutralized, but it'll now start crawling in favor of Minnesota as they hop in onto it. Mojo will get caught from down below. And Dallas is actually extending pretty heavily across the map. As you can see, the 1 and 3 arrows. 5 is now, well, they're all spawning actually in the back alley. So they do have to make their way back towards the A flag in order to kind of secure and hold.
Sounds like you're getting a little robotic there, Sync, just FYI. Figured I'd give you a heads up.
No.
You got to go out and feed the internet moose, man. He demands sacrifice.
Well, working at it. We'll see what I can.
All right, now we've got an A-B cap right now. It is a temporary advantage for Minnesota. It's going to be really, really important for them to hold that spawn, hold those 2 caps, maintain that advantage. Domination being one of the game modes that statistically, if it gets too late in the game, you can, no matter how well you play, you will lose the game no matter what. But right now it looks like Minnesota does have the 2-1 cap. And as I say that, Dallas neutralizes A. I think they're actually able to flip the spawn. It's going to be very important for them here. They did actually able to neutralize the C flag as well. Right now, Minnesota's got a BC cap, and it looks like that
is a trip cap.
Yeah, that is a trip cap. Hey, welcome back.
Thank you. Hopefully I'm not Megatron anymore.
Nope,
but that is going to
better.
be Dallas now securing the B flag. But the trip cap will come in at the very end as they do actually get neutralize A. It is going to be a tie match going into this next, well, depending on how these ticks come through. But actually, Dallas is going to trip cap right back. As you can see them securing C, they have A, and B is now actually going in favor of Minnesota. But for the last ticks that come through, this will actually be Dallas, I believe, pulling out ahead just at the very end. As, yep, they will take a lead into the half, 79-73.
Less than a 10-point game. I love close games. You have 2 very evenly matched teams right now. Both teams playing really, really well. Both teams playing their advantages, playing the spawns. I really don't know who's going to take the second half. I usually have kind of a prediction here, but right now I've got nothing.
Yeah, but we are going to see Minnesota starting out on the preferred side. So let's see if Dallas has something in store for the opening of this match. See if they like flood around back alley or something really crazy as well. No.
I see my only prediction is I see Dallas Flat Tires putting a lot of pressure on that A spawn, trying to flip that spawn and get that advantage. They know that it's going to be important. And I might be wrong here, but if they can catch Minnesota, flip that spawn and get a little bit of advantage here, it's going to be huge for them.
Well, we are going to start off with Minnesota capping B and A, so they are going to hold that preferred A-B setup, as Dallas is kind of just all over the map, and they're also dying across the map as Minnesota's lighting up in the kill feed, picking up 4 kills, as Dallas is working their way back in towards B, but they have to clear outages out from top L here because he is in behind these players. Because, yeah, Minnesota holds again inside of Garage. And you have Dallas, you can see them actually making their way towards A. Minnesota has overextended, and they are spawning out. So this is going to be reversed now, as A is going to go in favor of Dallas. B is going in favor of Dallas. And Minnesota's got to backtrack their way now towards C.
Minnesota's got some work to do here. Honestly, I think their best bet right now is just push really hard, push that A spawn. Dallas right now is going to have a huge advantage being able to just quickly spawn and take that B flag. For Minnesota's sake, I hope they're able to push and flip that spawn. Right now, it's going to be very difficult for them to come back from the disadvantage they have at the moment.
Well, yep. Well, I mean, the score is about to be tied up here as well. Bastone just absolutely tears someone apart there. As Minnesota's going to pick up 3, going to pick up, and all 5 go down from Dallas just like that. As Minnesota is going to secure the B flag again. And well, they're just on an absolute killing spree across the board right now. As they're going to get surprised with the spawn flip from behind, actually. So their defensive line will crumble as Dallas comes charging into the B flag. And that is going to be another flip of spawns as Minnesota will regain the A side.
I want to see another 1-point game like we had the last one. For those who are just tuning in, if you didn't see it, last game it actually came down to the wire. It was Dallas versus New York, and Dallas actually went into that last flag. No, that was hard point, wasn't it?
I was on a hard point, yes.
I'm sorry, but either way, Dallas came back a 60-point deficit and was able to come back 249 to 250. It was intense.
Yep. Well, we did see another flipping of spawns here, actually, as A is going to go in favor of Dallas, and Sam is going to work his way around the C flag, win a critical gunfight here, and is going to neutralize C. He might cap it, actually, as A is going to go back in favor of Minnesota. So all the flags right now are just exchanging hands everywhere, as B is being capped by Dallas, A is being capped by Minnesota. Everyone is going everywhere. The point still, it's a 2-point game. As we're going to see Sam is picking up another 2 in the kill feed. As right now, it looks like, yeah, Dallas is going for a trip cap on the A flag as Jay hops off, and that was a genius play there as he got on it, hopped off, and waited for Minnesota to come back. He's going to do the same thing again, and he is not going to pick up that kill actually. So Minnesota will take the A flag, and they are going to work their way out again towards B.
That might be the saving grace if they can hold that spawn, which as I say that, it looks like Sam is able to push in and potentially flip that spawn. Luckily, Minnesota, they saw what they were doing very quickly, realized the importance of holding that spawn, moved in and took him out. And right now, they've got to close the gap. Currently, Dallas is slowly pulling away from them.
Yep, well, we do see Dallas is just absolutely taking up everybody in the kill feed right now. As you can see, they've secured the spawns out for A and B. C is now going to go in favor of Minnesota.
Looks like
and
Dallas.
Dallas
has the
Minnesota pushing towards A. Jake is going to sneak in the back here, but with 50 seconds to go, they basically need a trip cap in order to get this off now, as he is not going to turn in time to see Sam. Dallas is going to resecure the A flag, and I think mathematically that is it for this map. I do not believe Minnesota can come back now. So after keeping it close for so long, Dallas finally pulled away with a big push near the end of the map, and they are going to take this map. But yep, that is going to be Dallas taking it up. Gonna probably I believe about 30 points at the end of this as Blip has pulled out the Ram 7, you can see. But yes, this is going to be Dallas taking the 2-1 lead in favor over Minnesota, as we're going to be heading to map 4 after this back to hardpoint. As well, honestly, it was close for so long.
It was.
Then, like, everything was exchanging back and forth. Everyone was within 2 points for a while. And then, well, yeah, it just ends up there with Dallas pulling away near the end.
Minnesota played really well that game, though. I mean, kept it very close the entire time. It just, it came down to the wire, and Dallas was able to rally and just push just a little bit harder, and they were able to capitalize on those points and secure that victory.
Yep, as we do see Sam leading the way for his team, 30 kills. Naim on the other side, 30 kills as well, as 2 30 bombs are dropping here in this map. As Dallas will take it 163 to 137. And we will be right back with map 4. Stay tuned.
And we are back. Match 4, Dallas Flat Tire versus the Minnesota Floppr. We've got Hackney Yard one more time with Hardpoint. Sync, as usual, give me them strats.
Well, we're going to have the main push coming in, but we are going to have Minnesota starting on the preferred side, as that second spawn will go into, I believe it's post office. I don't actually know what it's called entirely. But this is, you tend to see kind of the team spawning on this side, setting up in a kind of defensive fan across the wall and that you can see right in front of you, as they kind of push in for that off for the garage and try and contest time. But you can see actually Minnesota just floods right in with number 2 on the minimap watching that back alley for defense. But right off the gate, you're going to see Minnesota is flooding right in. They are going to pick up this opening kills. And Dallas has already shut out the hard point. Yes, we're going to see the start. Minnesota is starting off with the first 15 points. Actually, as Dash gets killed on the hill, he will drop, quickly replaced by another one of his teammates. And Dallas is really just getting shut down around the map right now. They can't get anywhere close.
As we've seen in past maps, though, certain teams, for whatever reason, they like certain points, and you'll see a lot of times that teams favor, like, P1, P3, P5, etc., and they'll hold those points. And I think right now, for whatever reason, Minnesota, they've got a good plan of action. They know how to hold that P1. As I say that, Dallas does take it back. However, it does look like Minnesota's starting to pull back. They're going to hold that P2 spawn for Tire Shop. Very important. You got a lot of spawn stuff there. I'm curious to see if Minnesota is going to put one of their ARs up on the wall there. You get some really solid defense around that forklift area, kind of like working those containers. Last couple of games, I haven't seen it. However, it does look like Basone is working that alleyway, working the containers there, making sure. But as I say that, he does get taken out by Sam, and I think actually we might see P2 get taken back from Minnesota and given to the Dallas Flat Tire.
Well, Dallas is currently spawning out on the bottom side of the map. Minnesota's spawning in the top circle. There we go. Minnesota's now started to spawn out as they finally lost the spawns here for P2. And they will actually, Nine just went huge in the hill as he picked up 2 kills, and he's actually going to queen Dallas out of the hill. He is not going to be able to pick up the third, though.
Yeah, that was really big for Minnesota. However, it was kind of a too little too late situation. Minnesota was already pulling off, rotating to P3, that smokestack area. And as you can see, kind of they're all congregating there, holding down that spawn. Very important for them here to maintain that lead.
Yep, we are going to see Minnesota is pushing through the garage towards the P3 as Dallas is just running down the front door. And in response, all of Minnesota's guns are lighting them up. Dallas is all going to go down, and they are going to have to push again from the eastern side of the map. But Minnesota's already leaped out to a 50-point lead right off the start here. As you're going to see Jake inside the hill looking around to see where the players are coming from. He is going to see Dub. He is going to throw a nade in there. Well, they'll actually catch him and then catch a nade of his own from Moja. And overall, it's Dallas is going to spawn out top. Minnesota is going to spawn close once again, but they just can't get to the hill as Sam and Blip come alive. And Dallas has now got in.
Yeah, Dallas seems to be kind of picking up those last 20-second scraps, but Dallas right now is actually in a really good position to rotate early for that P4 office spawn. As I say that, Jake backwards, Jake from State Farm there, is actually already in the hard point and is going to probably secure for his team. That's going to be very big for Minnesota to maintain the massive lead they've got here.
Yep, you are going to see Naim is kind of locking down the middle of the map. He will drop, but the rest of his teammates are going to make up for it as they clean out all of Dallas. And that is going to be P3 or P4, excuse me. The office will be Minnesota right now as you can see kind of Dallas knocking on the outer doors as Dub catches a car. I don't even know where that car is on this map. But that is, yep, though, I mean, they're just shooting each other at this point because they don't have any actual players to kill on the outside. Well, Blip's going to pick up a couple inside the hill, and that actually will evict Minnesota right out of the office.
Unfortunately, kind of been the trend this game, though. Minnesota's able to rotate early. They capitalize on it. They dig in, and then those last 20, 30 seconds, they kind of give it up. They rotate early for that next hard point, and then Dallas, they move in for those free points. However, it's just not going to be enough for them. They got to push. They got to take those points early. And and luckily, as I say that, Dallas rotates early. They take that P5 spawn right around the dock. This is going to be big for them here. They got to take and hold it for quite a long time. Almost actually for the entire time if they want to try to close the gap here. We're looking at, was it a 60-point game? My math is a little off. 50-point game right now.
Yeah, it's about 50 points right now as well. Dallas is actually going to secure it. And they are gonna hold on here as Basone's kind of making his way through the back. He's gonna pick up one. And well, actually, Minnesota will now take the hard point as Dallas has begun to spawn out. But Minnesota is actually carrying about 120. Well, it's 126, about a 40-point lead right now as Basone gets back inside the hill. It is once again contested. He is gonna front. He is gonna kill. As he gonna get another one, and he just keeps cleaning them up. They keep coming at him. He's just popping out from behind the crate and killing him off.
Sone's on a 9 kill streak right now. I do want to highlight that. That is fantastic. Huge for his team at the moment. Going ham. You do see that Minnesota is able to maintain and hold those last couple of seconds on that hard point. And then very early on, Minnesota also sent the rest of their team to that P1 spawn. You do see, is it Jake from State Farm? He is actually pushing that P2 spawn, the P2 flag, and he's going to try to get that spawn. However, Dallas knows what he's up to and says absolutely not, and took him out. Right now, it looks like it's gonna possibly go to Dallas at the moment. Nope, I stand corrected. Minnesota is able to take that hard point.
Yep, as we go into the second round of rotations now, you're going to have, it's kind of a rinse and repeat of what we were seeing before. Minnesota hold it down this first hard point. Minnesota is actually not really set up for this P2 hard point this time, but they are actually going to reach about a 100-point lead soon, as Dallas is mostly given up on this P1, it looks like, and they're just working their way to defend for P2. But that's a lot of points that they're giving up inside of P1. That's usually like very contested, very fought over.
You know, one of the things I love about Hardpoint, and I think what makes it one of the most popular competitive game modes, is it doesn't matter how far behind you are. You know, one solid hardpoint control can actually tip the scales no matter what. And Dallas is still in this. You know, 100-point lead or not, they can control 1 to 2 hardpoints for the entire time and bring it back.
Yep, a single hill, especially on the edge on the edge ones like number 2 and number 5. Those are very good hills that you want to have as like money hills where you just lock it down, and if you lock it down the entire time, that's a full 60 points that can swing in your favor. As you're going to see Outer just pick up one, Blipsa picks up a couple. Sam is locking down the outer edge before he goes down. But despite all the kills, Dallas is still holding inside the hill. Minnesota has not made their way inside.
That's what I love about Hardpoint, is it doesn't matter how far behind you are. You can bring it back if you actually can rally, you know, kind of get your stuff together, coordinate as a team, and take and hold a point. And it does look like that Minnesota has given up on that, and they're all rotating pretty early onto that smokestack. Dallas is actually doing the same thing. They left someone behind, capitalize on those very, very precious points right now. But Minnesota is going to be able to cap that P3 spawn right outside smokestack, and it's going to be up to Dallas to dig them out. It's going to be difficult because Minnesota can win it on this flag.
Yep, you are going to see, well, Dallas is just all coming in on the front door as they do run it right into the blender, it looks like. His Whip is going to pick up one. He is looking for a second here and will get caught, as all of Minnesota's picks them all off right now. Nyman was on a 4-kill spree before he dropped. But P3 is going in their favor, 225 and counting, actually. They can win it on this hill. Dallas has to get in on this hill right now, because if they don't do it, actually, well, like, Minnesota's not actually in the hill gaining any points, so they can't win it now. But it is going to pop over. We are going to head back over towards the office soon, and Minnesota is rotating early here to get into that hill.
I think this last
up the last of the scrap time.
Oh, good shooting by Outages.
Picks off, yeah. Outages picks off Day there. He is going to pick off a second one here, as he's going to have a third challenger. Blip's going to come in, catch him reloading, but he is going to drop. Points are going towards Minnesota, and it's now 10 points to the end of the map.
And Dallas is spawning out pretty, you know, a little bit too far. I think this is going to be it for the Dallas. If they can't get in, they can't spawn in and keep that contested. This game's going to go to Minnesota.
Well, they do actually drop. All of them drop, and Minnesota will take the map. 251-47. We're going to game 5.
And look, just like that, Dallas loses the second game for their entire season.
Dallas could actually go this entire season not dropping a single map, and they might not actually win at the end. As wow, Nyman actually just picks up 4 there in that. Wow. So unfortunately, we don't have things like burritos or anything, but look at you. I mean, you look at it, Nyman, 37 kills, Basone, 34 kills, absolutely leading the way for their team. As you are going to have Minnesota taking a 250-147. We are going to game 5. So stay tuned. We'll be back shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Final game of Season 1. Not only final game of Season 1, it's an upset. Minnesota Floppr beats Dallas Flat Tire for the first time in Dallas Flat Tire season. Not only that, we take it all the way to Game 5. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for all the marbles. The bragging rights. Div A Championship. St. Petrograd S&D. Sync, give me some strats, man.
Well, The favor is usually towards the A bomb site here. As you can see, A is literally halfway across the map. B is literally the defender spawn. So there is going to be a lot of pushing in towards shipping area as they are. As well, you can see the trades are going down immediately over at pillars here. As the grenades are going to come in. Dub is going to land it right onto Jake. And we're now in actually a 1v4, 9 versus basically all of Dallas. As he is going to be sitting towards the back here, wondering where the hell his team just disappeared to. As Dallas really doesn't need to do anything because Nime is the one on the attack.
Yeah, I think it's smart in Dallas's part right now to just wait it out. They don't need to be aggressive here. They don't need to be reckless. Nime has to come to them, and I think that they know it.
Oh, they absolutely do know it. You can see them all set up, watching all the angles. They already can hear his footsteps, and they know basically exactly where he is. Someone's going to get impatient.
I think you see Sam. He's starting to search him out.
Oh. He was ready with the pre-fire there, too. Does not come out on top. Dallas takes it 1-0.
Who won the first S&D?
I believe it was Minnesota.
Minnesota?
So
I mean, it was relatively close.
Minnesota did take the first S&D, and then they took the hard point. This will be interesting, because this is the first time Dallas has really been tested like this. They've never gone past map 3 this whole season.
Question is, do they have the endurance? Can they burn hot for that long?
We're about to find out as well. They are starting it off with a bang, 1-0, as they are going to head out onto the attack. St. Petro's kind of like one of those interesting maps where you have some massive sight lines down the middle, as well as some of the outer, but you can see like no one's really playing that outer. As you got number 9 on the minimap. Blip is kind of all lonely out there by the river. But Minnesota does start off by taking down 2 players, including the bomb. This bomb is on the ground. I don't believe Minnesota can see that it's been picked up now, but you do see Dallas kind of thinking about heading towards that B bomb site as they're heading towards the river here.
Although Basona's there, and he knew it was happening. He's holding down that waterfront lane.
If he does see it, he is going to get caught, though, pushing up, but in the same time, Jay will drop, and now he's blipping a 1v4 now. He does have the bomb, but he's got every player to find, and it's just a reverse situation of what we just saw. But so you can see Blip is kind of running around here. As you can see, all of Minnesota is actually rotated back towards the B bomb site.
I think they know better. They know that he's got to come to them. That's kind of one of the things about S&D is once you've got the numbers, you just sit back and wait. Especially if the other team is the attacking team. I mean, advantage is in your corner there.
Yep, you don't have to take initiative, so this is all you really have to do. As well, Nime will clean him up, and it's now 1-1.
Well played by Minnesota
want to see around 11. I very badly want around 11.
Absolutely.
As we're going to set up, Minnesota will return to the attacking side. As no one's actually got a bomb plant down yet. It's basically just been the attacking team gets wiped out. And then it's just a 1v4. But the smokes are going to go down. Shots will ring through as Blip will get tagged.
By the way, if anyone hears me breathing quite a bit, it's because I'm a relatively excitable person. You can always know when I'm getting jazzed up. I've got a wireless mic right now because I'm kind of watching the game, just jumping up and down. A little bit stir crazy, but man, I get into it. Both these teams have been playing fantastic today.
Yep, we do see, well, Blip is going to pick up 2 with his M4 before it gets traded out on the other side. So it's Blip and Moja right now in a 2v3 as they are actually on defense, but the big flank is going to be coming in right now as Moja's wrapping all the way around. And Blip is kind of walking right down the throat of Minnesota. He is going to find one player, put shots into them. There is a player to his left. I don't think he's been spotted yet. But we are going to see, Moja will catch the player up above, and he does see the player down below. He is going to find him too. So Moja
that's a big play by Moja.
All of a sudden, it's a 1v2 for Jake, as Jake will take down Blip. But they already know, and they've spotted each other. Jake is going to come out and challenge. And he runs
he was caught from behind.
No. Runs right by him, actually. Does not see him around that corner, and Dallas will take the round. Moja was kind of looking towards the middle, and Jake ran right past him.
Moja's the MVP of that game. Really tipped the scales for Dallas's favor.
He went on that huge flank, picked up 2 kills, and then won out the 1v1. That was an MVP play there coming out of Moja. But yep,
so far
now, heading into the next round.
3 games in, we've been trading back and forth between these 2 titans of teams.
Yep, so this is going to be Minnesota is now on defense as they're going to kind of spread out. We do actually see Dallas making their way towards the north side of the map. They do look like they're actually heading towards this B side.
They might
As
actually catch Minnesota unaware here.
Yeah, well, Minnesota should be aware this is going on because they have an aggressive defensive push up going on the A bombs in A bomb site. So they should know that nothing's happening. As Jay is going to miss the snipe, he does not catch him, but Blip will take out Basone. As it looks like Minnesota's beginning to wise up here as they're redistributing their players 2-2 now across the bomb sites. But Dash is about to get a very rude awakening here if he pokes his head out into 4 players.
Yeah, if Dallas is really playing the map well, they're spread out, they're watching the lanes, and really could play to their advantage here if Dallas doesn't get it together. Dallas spread a little too thin, kind of divided, and actually, I'm sorry, Minnesota split kind of right now, divided a little bit too thin. Dallas is going to capitalize on that. If you notice right now, it's actually a really, really solid tactical move. They actually split the team in half. It's going to make them less effective as a team as a whole. However, as I say that, it looks like Minnesota was able to meet up in the upper left-hand corner there, able to take out Dallas.
Yeah, but we do. So it's now a 2v3 in a post-plant situation as Nine does see T-Dub, and he will not pick up the kill. So it's now Outages in a 1v3 trying to look for the player that is nearby, and he will get caught out. And that is going to be Dallas going up 3-1. Dallas played that post-plant quite well, actually. They got the bomb down, they spread out, and they kind of just isolated the gunfights, isolated each of the Minnesota players so they couldn't provide support to each other.
Yeah, it was actually really well played by Dallas. They just kind of that scalpel push just right up the middle, split them in half, and they didn't really know how to contest it.
Yep, well, we're going to see now how Minnesota responds to this, as the sniper was pulled out actually by Jay in that round, which was to use to great effect. So we're going to see now if, I'm not sure if he'll keep that out actually on a defensive round, but we'll see what happens as Minnesota is flooding their way towards the A-bomb site. As, well, Jake is going to get caught with the knife out by Blip right off the start. So that's a first blood advantage immediately by Dallas. Blip will get traded out actually by Outages, so it's now a 4v4. Yep, we do see Outages.
I've been impressed by both Blip and Outages this entire map. They both have a really good gun.
Yep. And Outages especially has been kind of running in from behind. As Outages is actually going to throw the bomb down. It doesn't look like any Dallas players nearby as they're all kind of working around the middle of the map. So the bomb will go down.
That was a good play by
Minnesota. Now is on. As Naim has spotted one. As Jay does have the sniper out, it looks like. You can see it on his back there. But Naim is going to pop the dead silence and he's going to run away. As he's going to, oh, yep, that is an enemy. Naim will pick him up. Sam is going to drop as well. It's now a 2v3, excuse me. Oh,
Minnesota takes it.
Just like that.
We maintain a 1-game difference.
As Naim with the final kill, finally finding Jay, the guy that he was hunting around for the last 20 seconds of that round.
Game 11. I want to see this go to game 11.
Round 11, I feel that would be great. But we got to get there first, so we'll see what happens. Round 6, Minnesota on defense, Dallas on offense.
Both teams putting up solid numbers right now.
As well, off the rip, we are going to see Dallas heading again towards the B area of the bomb site. It looks like they're kind of leaving Jay back as a sniper, kind of looking down the main alley, the main pathway, rails, whatever it's called. But Minnesota, again, should be more aware that this is happening because their aggressive push, again, onto the A site is not encountering any resistance at all. So they
Minnesota
should know
Floppers,
that,
they're not taking any chances right now. They're dug in. They know they're in a good defensive position, and they're just going to wait for them. Unfortunately,
right, say that 3 players go down for Minnesota as their defense just absolutely crumbles on the B bomb site. As Outage is going to get caught, and now it's going to be Jake in a 1v4 with the bomb going down. And this is probably not, unless he pulls off a magician ninja defuse, he's probably not winning this round. As he is going to walk out into the sights of Sam and will drop.
Fortunately, Jake from State Farm, he was not wearing his khakis and was not able to pull out a 4v or a 3v1 match there. He was at a bit of a disadvantage. However, he's been putting up solid numbers as well. We go into, is it round 6?
This should be round 7.
Round 7?
Dallas carrying a 4-2 advantage now. As we are going to see, it's interesting because Minnesota's always headed towards the A bomb site. They have yet to actually move anywhere towards B. whereas Dallas for 2 consecutive rounds has actually attempted a B-side push. But again, you're going to have Minnesota walking in, and Jay's going to blow the head off of Basone. His dash,
That's big. That's huge for them.
yeah, but they're going to kind of push up into these apartments here as they are pushing them back. So all of Dallas is actually pushed back. Outage is going to try and get this bomb down as Jay beat down Jake. I don't know what the heck happened there, but it's a one-man advantage is maintained for Dallas as Dash will pick off somebody up top. Jay will go down. And it's a post-plant situation, 3v3 right now for the retake is on from Dallas coming in from behind, but it looks like Minnesota knows it's coming. As you are going to see, Outage picks up 2 actually, so that's the entire retake just shut down.
Minnesota's in really good position, and just like that, Minnesota wins it.
4-3 now.
Minnesota not going down without a fight.
Yep, Outage just picked up. Oh, he picked up all 3 actually. Shut down the flank coming in from Dallas, and then picks up the last player running out of the apartment. Outage is really putting on a show for us this game. As we are going to head in to round 9.
Hey, my heart is pounding right now.
Round 8, excuse me. I can count. I can do basic numbers, I promise. We're going to see Dallas. We're going to see where they're heading off the rip, but it looks like the sniper has been put away by Jay based on their movements right now. Outage is going to sprint directly for the van here and get in towards the window. But the fight is all going down mid-map right now as Jay, Sam, T-Dub all pick up kills.
Yep, Minnesota-Dallas trading right now. It is a slight advantage for Dallas. It is 2-3 right now, but that's still anyone's game.
Yep, we do have Outages and Jake are now remaining in a 2v3 as the bomb's still kind of making its way up the middle of the map here. They have not really... I'd like to see Dallas take the safe route and kind of walk around the edges. But instead, they're just kind of making their way up the middle as Outages is going to catch T-Dub. And Mojo will catch Jake, actually.
Unfortunately, we had some camera COD timing there. Switch away just at the wrong moment. But unfortunately, when it comes to the CODcast camera switching, it is a very delayed, so it's very difficult to try to time it properly right now. And just like that, it is 1-1 Minnesota versus Dallas. I want to see how this plays out.
Yep, Outage is now in the 1v1 scenario against Blip. They are actually heading towards each other on this outer side as they're going to catch him. Blip will catch him. And that's going to be map and match point now for Dallas as they go up 5-3. Minnesota will have to win 3 consecutive rounds. This was just kind of a lucky guess on both sides as they both ended up going towards the same path.
Still good shooting by Dallas's part. Oh,
yes, we too would like a round 11.
Pounding, man.
Minnesota's got to make their way back up for this. We don't have a burrito sponsorship though. We ain't partnered with Chipotle, unfortunately. That would be pretty great though if we had the free burritos coupon for round 11.
How about this? If it goes to round 11, I give all of you permission to go out and buy burritos. Also, if it doesn't go to round 11, you should all go out and buy burritos in sorrow.
Well, Sam's going to pick up first blood. Blip will pick up a second as well. Dallas right now is just 3 kills away, 2 kills away. 1 kill now. It's all on Basone, and he is going to go down, and Dallas will be your A Division Chumps. Champions,
yeah.
Champions.
And just like that, Dallas maintains their throne. They were very close to becoming dethroned by Minnesota. Minnesota being the first team this season to actually beat them in a match whatsoever. They went 3-0 sweeps the entire season. And fantastic play by both Minnesota and Dallas. Both you guys absolutely deserve this game tonight. You guys did amazing. In my opinion, you're all champions. But unfortunately, we do actually have to crown a victory here, and that goes to Dallas. Dallas, Season 1, the first Div A champions of the CoD Rec League. Congratulations to you.
Blip really, really wanted it. You can see there 15 kills, posting up a huge kill count there, as he really just carried his team through so many of those rounds. He just put them on his back. And honestly, he did a great job. Outages on the other side, huge flanks, huge kill pickups. Those were fantastic on his end. As that is going to be, that was terrible timing. I apologize.
No, not that. It was Chris's misspelling was hilarious. Sorry, continue.
But yeah, that is going to be Dallas. Minnesota did push him all the way to the edge. I mean, this was the first time Dallas had lost a map, and then they lost the second one. So honestly, that was the first time that's happened. But that is going to be Dallas finishing it off 3-2, Division A Chumps. Congratulations.
And actually, I am gonna reach out to either team players, outages or blip. I do want to hear just kind of your take on this match, and I'd love to hear any other team members that played this. Reach out to me. I do have Ammo Bear. He is standing by, so just message him in Discord. I'd love to pull you in and just kind of get your take on the match.
I mean, that
Oh,
is also
excuse me.
assuming that the players are in this.
Outages got us with the interview, he says. In chat.
Hey, all right, haul him in.
Jump into the Hangouts or somewhere, Outages, and we'll pull you in. Great games by everybody. That was exciting. Every match on Alpha and Bravo.
I just can't believe. Well, I can believe it. Both teams were very, very skilled. But I'm so happy that went to Game 5. So often I was streaming, 3-0 sweeps and stuff like that. But just seeing both two teams, anyone who is tuning in, know that we use a Swiss bracket system, and essentially what it does is as teams win, they slowly face harder and harder teams. And so as the season progresses, the game should get naturally closer and closer. And what makes me happy, warms my heart, and I believe this was it Mello's idea? Which one of our, or was it one of our mods who suggested the Swiss bracket? But whoever suggested it, hats off to you. You made this close. You made it exciting, and I think even both teams felt it as well. Just the excitement, the electric in the air. It was so much fun.
Yep. Well, we are waiting on your interview, so you will get your interview very shortly. But honestly, that was just a massive thing overall. Like, it was fantastic. Honestly, and this entire season honestly comes down to just the players that played into it. Huge shout out to our mod team. Thank you so much for all the work that you guys have put in to make this league happen. A lot of you guys aren't aware of the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes. Let me tell you, these guys put in work. So much work.
Absolutely. Honestly, Senior, Cookie, help me out here. I'm brain farting. Scoob, Snoop. I mean, all you guys, like Chris, X-Ray, our EU guys, Ozzy, all of you, fantastic. This season 1 would not have happened without you guys. They've stepped up, and again, you guys don't see it, but in the background, come match day, the spreadsheets, the collaboration that goes down, handling no-shows. There's 2 weeks in a row where we had over 60 no-shows, which means that these guys are stepping up in their free time, coordinating 60 spots to fill last minute. We had 2 hours to do so most nights, and they pulled it off. I think we chalked very few matches in the season of ones that were actually scheduled. And again, guys, mods, league members, I can't thank you enough. This would not have happened without all of you.
We
And
do actually.
Outages is in here. So, what do you think, man?
All in all, it's a good season. GG's Dallas. They played well. I think overall the org was run pretty well. We only had one match, like you guys said, only one match that got chalked through the whole season. So can't really complain about that. Competition was good. I think once you guys do the reworking of the A division, it'll be even better. There's some players that probably shouldn't have been in it, but besides that, I thought it was a lot of fun.
As far as the league goes, and I do appreciate that, I want to know is what was going through your head going into that 5th game?
Oh, man. I mean, S&D game 5, I'm always confident in myself. My teammates, we were good S&D throughout the whole season. I think we only lost one S&D throughout the entire season, excluding that last game. So, we were confident in ourselves, but we couldn't pull it together at the end, unfortunately, for us. It was sad, but it is what it is.
Did anybody tell you that after you guys took that first S&D off of them, that was the first time Dallas had lost a map?
Yeah, actually, we had heard. I came in. I missed my scrim today, but I heard that they were saying that Dallas hadn't lost a map the entire season. So we were happy to take a couple off of them. Glad we could put them in their place a little bit.
We got a little trash talking. I like it.
Yes, sir.
What as far as just getting you here, your team, I would imagine your team played mostly together. You didn't have a lot of subs. What do you attribute to your success as far as getting to this point?
Honestly, just communication. I mean, I'm sure you guys know communication was the biggest factor for our success. I don't know, you guys didn't stream our match before this, but we played a domination where we came in, our communication won us the game big time. We gave up C flag even though it was the good flag, and we held A and B. I forget what map it was on. I think it might have been Hackney. Or no, regardless. And we ended up winning the game by about like 8 points or so. So that was definitely fun. That's probably the most fun match we played all season, honestly.
Absolutely. Well, hey, man, it was an honor to stream your match. You guys definitely made it a very entertaining last game. I'm sure pretty much everyone watching, we pulled near record numbers for views tonight as in this last match. There was one night we peaked a little bit for very temporarily up over 85, but tonight was one of the highest nights we had for viewership. And what you guys did as far as viewership more than any other night is you actually held that up over 60 and 50 and 60 mark, and you held it for longer than the other match. So thank you so much. I mean, your guys' play time, the excitement, the matchup, your sportsmanship, all of that, it all attributed to just the success of tonight's match. And I can't be thankful enough to you and both the other team as well. Hats off to you guys.
Word. All right. Before I get out of here, I want to thank my team. We played a hell of a season. Thank you guys for putting this on. I'm glad we could put on a show. Glad we could put up some numbers for y'all. And I hope Minnesota Floppr can come back and challenge the throne next season.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Outages.
Thank you.
Awesome game. And we have Jade now, so the captain of our new Division A Chumps. How does it feel? Let's see, once he gets set up there. He's getting there. He said, hold on. Oh, hold on. Is he good?
I think he's getting reset up again, but that's okay. We'll give him some time. I mean, he is a champion after all. We move at his time now, right?
Yep, essentially. I will transfer him back down again. Jay, you there?
Yes. Oh wait,
what? No, we hear you, man. We hear you.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, good. I don't know why it doesn't show him in the hangout, but I'm here.
Oh, we pulled you down into the.
Oh, so Jay, wow. Season 1 champion. How does it feel?
It feels good. You know, I think my team played really well. I got a little carried in the end there, but over throughout the season, we just we did our thing. We just showed up and we chowed everything.
You sweating bullets there for the first couple of matches. First loss map of the season. Were you guys worried at all?
Not really. Maybe a little bit, just when it got 2-2, because we really wanted to end it on the game 4 there, but we got outclassed in Hackney. Outages, shout out to that kid. That kid is nice. But I think we really just kept our composure. We knew what we had to do, and Blip and Sam, they're tanks. Like, they're just fucking insane at the game, and we did what we had to do. You know, we really don't have any strats or anything. We just kind of show up and go on the fly. So we just.
Well, hey, whatever you're doing, it was working. Keep at it, man.
Yeah. It was a fun experience.
Did you guys ever do any scrims or anything like that? Did you spend any extra time as a team getting to know kind of like the balance of the team, the feng shui, if you will?
Not really. Maybe like week 1 we might have played like CDL playlists, but other than that, we just kind of like showed up and just, hey, I'm running MP5, hey, I'm running M4, and we just called out and kind of just used the game knowledge that we had to win games.
So just kind of one of those rare moments. It's just everyone came together and clicked.
Yeah, man, it was written in destiny. When we first got our team, you know, we started to get to know each other. We had like some sort of playing experience, whether it be like GBs or something. So it was a good fit.
Awesome. Well, hey, I'm excited to see you play for season 2, and I'm sure you know we've been announcing that season 2 and going forward, you know, teams are going to be randomized again. Are you going to step up and lead another team?
Hey, man, I just know whoever's on my team, we're going back to back. All right.
All right. Hey, I like it.
Declaration's been made.
You already know we're going back to back. I'm saying it right here, right now. We're winning
Season
it.
2 MVP
Season
champion,
2.
champion, huh?
I don't know about MVP, but we're gonna be champions, all right? We're gonna be champions.
All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining us. Again, congratulations. You guys played a hell of a season. You guys made it exciting, and we couldn't be thankful enough. Just like I told your opponent there, we couldn't be thankful enough for the views and everything, like the spotlight, the advertising you brought in for the league, guys. That was all you guys. The amount of competition you put in, the amount of sportsmanship, the how close it was. Just it came down to the wire. Hands down, one of the most exciting matches I've ever casted, and definitely the most exciting match I've ever watched.
And think about it, you had 60 people tuning in to watch you play.
Hey man, it's great. Hopefully we get that number up to 600 next time because this is a fun league. If you're interested, definitely sign up, get on the Reddit, sign up through here because we need more players and it's always good to increase the competition in here.
Well, thank you for tuning in with us, Jay. Again, I'm excited to see you for season 2.
Season 2 champions. All right, guys. You guys have a great night.
You too, man.
Thank you very much.
Well,
And well, with that, we're probably going to wrap up our stream because that was the end. That is the end of season 1 officially for us.
Congratulations, both teams. I know I sound like a broken record here, but guys, thank you. Thank you so much. We went into this with just kind of a little bit of a passion, a little bit of a dream. Just kind of, wouldn't it be cool if we did this? And we saw the Reddit post. I think it was the Discord member Crazer, if I remember correctly, was the one who actually asked if there was like a rec league for this. And Mello and it was Mello who actually came to me who said, hey, we should do this. And I said, I'm in. I'll help you with it, man. And it just exploded. And once we started it, Mike, aka Sync, stepped up. And fun fact, guys, just so you know, and this is a fact we love repeating because it shows the passion and the dedication he has to the league. Guys, Mike didn't even have Modern Warfare, and he still stepped up to lead the league like this. Like that's how much he was passionate about it. And honestly, this league, the way it's grown, the Reddit post, the organization, that's Mike. Sync, thank you, man. That's all you. I really, I can't thank you enough, man. Thank you so much.
Me here.
You're our guy, man.
Also, although I realize for those of you that weren't tuning in to Bravo stream, we did have 2 more Chumps games happening over on Bravo. Division 2, we had the Florida Mutineers versus Los Angeles Lag. Florida took that 3-0. And then Division 3, we also had Florida Mutineers versus Los Angeles Lag. This time, Lag took it 3-0. So those were the 2 matches going on over on Bravo. Shout out to Senor and Cookie for streaming those matches. That was great.
Oh, yeah, you guys did fantastic.
And with that, that is going to be, that's all our Chumps matches. EU finished earlier in the day, and all of our NA ones, all 4 of them just happened. So that is it.
We will see you guys in season 2.